Hello homeschoolers, welcome to the land of Kakiak. It is time to do our weekly planning. Let's get into the lesson planner. I have 3 students that I am planning for today, just for this upcoming week. We're just coming off of a week we took off because I had family in town. So we're just getting back into the swing of things. Just filling out my dates and our Bible curriculum, How to Study the Bible by Kate Arthur, and then math. That's a no-brainer. We're just working my 6th grader through his Saxon math, and he is still reading his Aesop's Fables book. So I'm just noting that he needs to read for 1 hour and to do his chapter notes, and he needs to do vocabulary. So I actually have a little bit of troubleshooting to do on vocab this week. I've been letting it mull over in my mind. I don't know if you saw my last planning video, I put vocabulary and spelling on hold, and I'm coming back to it today. So what I've decided to do is to continue on with the Latin root words book I had and the vocabulary packet. But instead of just doing doing everything in 1 week and testing at the end of the week, I'm just going to let it take as long as the packet takes, how many days worth of activities that we could get out of it, just to extend the time. So I'm thinking maximum up to 2 weeks. So this book went from, our previous book was only 5 vocabulary words, and this one is up to 10. So I think it's only fair, if I'm doubling the words, that I'm doubling the time I give him to learn them. So that is what I'm trying to do today. I'm just going through and writing what days of the week I want him to do each activity in his packet. He will also be doing the activities within his workbook that you're seeing there as well. But we're just going to combine those 2 things and give him more time to marinate those words in his brain before we test on them. Another new thing I did, I added in a study day. So he's going to do his activities in the workbook, he's going to do his packet activities, and then I made sure that I penciled in to have a day that's just for study and review before the test day. We'll see how this experiment goes. I'll let you guys know if this makes a difference on how he performs on the vocabulary tests. So this looks like it will go through this week and into next week if everything stays kind of on track, with the test date of Wednesday. So that still gives me a couple extra days in the week if I want to, if he needs a little more time. So I'm liking that extra cushion there for a couple extra days in next week as well. Just moving on to writing. He is still working in writing and rhetoric. He just sets his timer for 1 hour, and when he's done, I look over any work he did, give him any feedback that would be helpful, and I always write, P for page, because I will record what page he ended on, so I'm kind of seeing how he's moving along, and it keeps him accountable to me, that he's actually getting some stuff done. So again, I'm coming back to the spelling again. I was just reorienting myself with what lesson he's on in his book. He's actually on lesson 2. And again, I'm just going to go through and write the days of the week on here. I'm doing this for me as much as I am for him, just so I know about how long to expect this to take. So this is our McGuffey spelling program, level 6, and this is just the printable version. I'll link where you can find these resources that I'm showing today in the description box. There's also an Amazon version of this workbook that you can just order as well. Again, I'm going to give him a study day as well for his spelling words. So we'll see how it goes having 2 tests. A spelling test and a vocabulary test. next Wednesday. We'll see how it goes. He also, for writing, I give him 2 pages a day of cursive handwriting practice. He's using the Shortcut to Denilian workbook, and he could just do that. Usually he's been doing it when he first comes into the schoolroom, just to kind of warm up his brain and kind of wake up. He just sits down, does his 2 pages of cursive handwriting practice, and then either starts on his math if I'm not in there yet, or we move on to Bible, which we do together as a family. Okay, we're moving on to William. He is my 2nd grader. He is 7. He, again, would just be doing the how to study the Bible with us. He's always going to be doing his math. He's working on his triangle math facts workbook. He is still reading the McGuffey 2nd reader, the revised edition. So I'm just marking that down and remind myself to give him a comprehension question. For writing, he's just doing that matching McGuffey's copywork and some grammar exercises. And for history, we're also doing that together as a family. We're doing the good and the beautiful for my 2 oldest boys together about 3 times a week. We're on year 2 right now. We're loving it. Lastly, I'm just catching up on my record keeping for my preschooler. And yes, we did do learning all last week, even though the other 2 had it off. And I'm sticking with the same plan, so there's nothing more to plan for him. Okay, well, everything is all planned. You have your week set in order. Happy homeschooling.